Hello. I have an awesome PDF for you guys. But I have to make sure all the links work. So I was going through them and I'm like, I don't know if all the links work. So bear with me. I'll get that to you guys. I'll post it. But I don't know about you, but when I do my makeup, I'm usually like fast and furious, put it on really fast and like walk out the door. But when it comes to like parties and stuff like that, I'm like, well, I would love to do something a little bit different. Um, you know, Getting a little fancy for the holidays, but I think sometimes people think it just takes a lot of work. And I wanted to share with you guys that it kind of doesn't. And I'm going to showcase some of this. And all of this stuff is everything that I use. Okay. Um, so let's get to it. So first off, I always put a headband on. I love to get my hair out of my face when I'm actually doing my makeup. So I usually just put this on so that like I can see absolutely everything. I'm not, pulling it back and stuff. So I'm just going to go like as like a step-by-step guide of what I do. So I took a shower this morning. My face has nothing on it, clearly. And the first thing that I like to do, I've already moisturized and stuff like that. I already did like my skincare routine. The first thing I like to do when I do makeup is actually a primer. And I never did primer before. And it's like a game changer. I never realized what this little bottle could do for me. And I found it when I was in Ulta, like, how like they have like the sample aisle. I'm a sucker for the samples. I just am. It's like candy in a candy shop. When a kid walks in, I'm like, oh my God, give me all the samples. I want to try everything. And so someone mentioned primer, but I was like, all right, where do I even start? What do I do? Right. So I saw this in the sample and I was like, all right, I'll try it. And it's done wonders. Okay. So after I moisturize, I will put primer on. I don't do this every single day because, like I said, on my everyday wear, I'm just like 5 minutes and out the door. But when I want to do my makeup for a party or something like that, get-togethers, I will start with a primer. This is my favorite. It's Ulta Beauty. And like I said, I have a PDF for you guys, so no worries. There'll be links for everything. So I'll make it super, super easy for you. But what this does is it creates like a flawless canvas for your makeup to go on your face, right? So it really helps to like get rid of your fine lines, your wrinkles, if you have those. So here, I'm going to open it up. This one is Claire. Can you see it coming? All right, word or note to self. You don't need a lot. You don't want it so that your face is shimmering because then it's hard for your makeup to go on. Okay. So I just take, this could even be a little too much. So I just kind of like dab it very, very, do you already see it? Like, can you see the shine? So just be careful, like very, very little. You don't need a lot. Okay. And I definitely have some major fine lines and wrinkles going on. So you just put it all over your face. Okay. And you're just going to kind of let that sit just for a half of a second. Okay. That's why this little container, this little sample has lasted me a long time. When I first applied it, I did the wrong thing of putting too much on, and that was an absolute disaster. Okay. You just need a little tiny bit. Okay. A little bit goes a long way. All right. Next up, and guys, this is the way that I found out about all this stuff. I read a lot of blogs. And too, when I go into Ulta, don't be afraid to talk to the people that are there. They're a wealth of knowledge. So I heard about Estee Lauder, did you hear my accent? Estee Lauder foundation. So when I went into the store, I kind of went right there and started looking at everything. Well, there's 100 things there. So it's like, where do you even start? So a woman approached me and she's like, have you ever used the product? I said, no, blah, blah, blah. and she gave me a whole bunch of information about it, and I have been sold ever since. Even my daughter, she's only 13, but she uses this product as well, and we both absolutely love it. So this one is Estee Lauder. So it's called Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup Broad Spectrum. I know it's a lot. SPF 45, which I was like, oh, huge, awesome. I'm stoked that they use SPF 45. Just we have a history of skin cancer in our family. So for me, it's awesome. And actually I should have went to the concealer first, but I'll just talk about this. I'm going to put the concealer on first. So this one it's super lightweight, but it almost gives you like that flawless look. And it also hydrates and moisturizes. So I'm huge into not having like very heavy makeup on. It has to be very light. So this is very, very light. Okay. And I'm going to show you how to put that on, but I'm going to put the concealer on first. So also Estee Lauder, kept with the same brand with this one, but you don't have to, right? Like it really is kind of like trial and error and what you love. But the concealer, Estee Lauder, again, this is double wear radiant concealer, and it's long lasting. They say about 12 hours, and I love it. And it like brightens your face, but it gets rid of like your dark circles, which I feel like I have. Some people say I don't, but you know how when you look in the mirror and you're like, I have dark circles, please help me. This product has helped a lot. So in like, again, you don't need a lot, right? So I kind of take it like this. It has a little brush. Don't be afraid to use your fingers. Oh my God, I think I'm going to sneeze. Don't be afraid, because your hands, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Your hands warm up your makeup. Okay. So it goes on easier. So when you're doing your concealer, now people will always say there's rules, but you can break whatever rule you want. That's how I look at it. And I've talked to some makeup artists and they're like, yeah, well, some people use that, some people don't. It kind of depends, right? So when I use concealer, I put it at the corner of my eyes here. And like I said, you can actually use just your fingers and blot it. I go to the corners, believe it or not, I go on the top. And reason being is because I feel like that's where my dark circles start. So I kind of go in like that. Now I can use my fingers, right? So they usually say use your ring fingers to kind of blot it, because it's not going to take it off, and you don't want it to, you know what I mean? Like if you do it too hard, it's going to take the makeup, you're going to wipe it off, right? So you kind of just blot like this. You can also use a brush. There's plenty of brushes out there that you can use as well. And they have beauty blenders, which I didn't even know, like beauty blenders, you need to like dip them in water. Didn't know that. Guess who taught me that? My daughter. So, and then what you can do is you just blend, right? Blend. And I'm kind of going in a downward motion here. Kind of bringing it down. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So I got the concealer on. And now let's move over to foundation. And this is my daughter was like, why don't you, she loves makeup. She's like, Mom, put it on your hand. So I just do like once. Do you see that one little dab? I mean, I might use more, but, and then I take a brush. I don't know where these brushes are from. I think I got them from like Target, Elf. I use a lot of Elf stuff. So I just take a little bit for the foundation and I blend. Some people will say you don't have to do your whole face. I actually really love doing my whole face. And the foundation, I think I have a lot of red and uneven. So I like to do the whole thing. Personal preference. Actually, I might need a little bit more because my nose is red. I don't know why. My dad's nose is red as well. So I don't know. I just think it's the way that it goes, right? Okay, so now I kind of feel like I've got this like blank canvas to work with. And I feel like because I use the primer, it goes on nice and smooth. So now it's like, okay, do you see the difference? Right? Huge difference. Oh man, I didn't bring down my other palette. That's okay, because I was going to talk about contour, but how did I not bring that down? You've got to be kidding me. All right, well, anyways, we're just going to roll with it. All right. All right, so we did concealer, we did primer, concealer, and foundation, right? Now I don't use all these steps every single time I do my makeup, but I wanted to kind of show you guys, if you're going to get a little fancy, you might need to use a little bit more steps. All right. Now at this point in the ball game, I would start to do my eyes, my blush, right? But what I have found was, and I do my lips last, but what I found was if I don't prep my lips, the lipstick doesn't stay on as long. So after I put the foundation on, I use a lip scrub. This is the one that I use. I did another PDF that actually has this in there. But if you want the link, I can give it to you. It's delicious. You won't want to eat it. So good, right? So our lips, especially this time of year, I live in New England, my lips are super dry, which they get super flaky. So if you use a lip scrub, and you can actually make your own lip scrub, or what you can do is actually just put Vaseline on your lips, okay? And then just take a cloth, and just scrub like this, all right? But this, my friends, is just a lip scrub, okay? You see it kind of coming off. It's so good. So I put the lip scrub on first, okay? And I actually just keep it on there. I'm like eating it, which probably isn't a good idea. All right. Because I want that to work so that when I get to my lips, it's going to be done. And actually, there's one more thing before my lips that I'm going to put on, but we're going to move to eyes to let this do its thing. Okay. I love, this one's from e.l.f. Again, I've done some major damage with this. Can you see it? Major damage. Love it. So e.l.f. Cosmetics, this one, it's called Prism Eyeshadow Palette Naked. Okay. And the reason why is, look at all this. It's got like a little shimmer to it, right? So when I want to get fancy, I want to use something that has like a little bit more ta-da with it. So I take my eyebrow pencil and I use the white, and I use this as almost like a foundation for my eyelids, right? So I actually apply it on my whole eyelid. Okay. All on there. I can even do like a little bit more. Okay. Okay. See how I put it all on there? Now what I'm going to do, I'll take it, I'm going to lift it up. Okay. Cause I don't really, the one thing that they don't tell you is like, what is what color? I wish they did. So I use these two right here. I use for the upper part of my eye, these two here. These two I use for the lower part. And this one I will use for the crease and underneath and as an eyeliner. So all of this I can actually use for my whole entire eye, which is awesome, right? So I'm going to start with one of these first. I'll do this one. And two, you can actually blend it. Like you don't have to just stick with one. I used to be like that where I'd not use multiple, and I'm like, well, what? I can do whatever I want. It's my eyes, right? So I just put it on the bottom half of my lid here. And you can put as much or as little as you want, right? I'm hoping you guys can kind of see this. Okay. So I put that on, and then I like to put on the top next. It's hard to put on makeup like this. I guess I should probably have been closer too, so you guys could see a little bit better, but you'll get the drift. All right, and then I'm going to go into the crease. And then the crease again. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little pencil like this. Okay. You can actually it's probably a lip pencil, to be honest with you, but I'm going to use it for my eyes. So I go to the darkest one over here. And what I do is I line the top of my eye. And some people, even do like the cat eye look. I cannot do that. It does not look good on me. My daughter does it with liquid eyeliner and she does an amazing job. And then you can actually, I'll put it on the bottom because my eyes are actually very small. I feel like it kind of gives them a little definition, and I'll push it up just a tiny, tiny bit. My eyes go down, so I'm trying to push them so that they go up. Okay. So I'll leave it like that, but then sometimes I'm like, well, I'll add a little bit more, right? So now I did my eyes. Now I'm going to take off the lip stuff, that lip scrub, let it do it, kind of did its job. All right. And then what I'm doing is I usually would actually have like a towel there. There you go. So that lip scrub is going to take off like all the flakiness. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put lip primer on. Some people like lip primer, some people don't. Personal preference. I've been using it and I've been liking it. So what I do is I put the lip primer on. I actually use this at night before I go to bed. And what I do is I let it sit. And I finish off the rest of my makeup. Okay. Next up, I'm going to put mascara on. Okay, so I do curl, and here's the thing. I have no eyelashes. So I'm going to have to start wearing. So I'm trying this serum. I had eyelash extensions for a long time, probably for like a year and a half. And I went every 2 weeks, and you know what? When I stopped, I had no eyelashes. So just be aware. I was kind of warned of that, but I didn't realize how bad it was going to be. I was like, whoa, it's kind of like when you really want acrylics and you take them off and you're like, my nails are damaged. Well, man, did I damage my eyelashes? Because now I have nothing, and I've been trying serums up the yin yang and none of them are working. So what I'm going to do is I actually have eyelash extensions that like don't take off your eyelashes, but anywho, but this one is what I found that works really well. This one is from L'Oreal. It's volumeless, I can't even say it. Voluminous Lash Paradise. Okay. Actually this one's, I think it's kind of close to the end. So, it could be like a little chunky. So I'm just going to wipe that brush off. But I've loved it. And I like it because, sometimes when I use mascara, it goes like underneath because I keep on blinking, and this one I feel like it doesn't. So I'm just gonna put this on. I feel like mascara is huge, don't you think? And if you have one that you love, or any product that you love, guys, just put them in the comments. But I just feel like it's such an eye pop. Mascara is like bam. All right. Now we're going to move over to eyebrows. Now, as you can see, my eyebrows, yeah, they're a piece of work. These guys, someone said, don't forget your eyebrows are like your sisters, not your twins, because mine have two different shapes. And when I got microblading done, because I got my eyebrows from my dad. My dad's eyebrows stop like right here. He's got like 3 hairs. And I'm like, oh my God, I have my dad's eyebrows. This is awful. This is so bad. So I got the pencil, and I was doing the pencil for a while. There is a new thing that people do where, like, did you see the stencil? and then they just blot it, and it actually looks really good. I have one on the way and I haven't used it yet because I don't know if I'm going to be able to find like the stencil that will actually work. Ugh. But anyways, but this is like my go-to that I always have because I need eyebrows, right? So this one is from NYX. It's tinted eyebrow mascara, is what it's called. But I actually use it for my eyebrows. Well, because it's a tinted eyebrow mascara. I don't know why they call it mascara, but anyways. So let me show you. Let me show you how this works. All right, here it is. I wonder if I brought down my little, I'm not at like my usual makeup thing, so I just brought stuff downstairs because the lighting's better here, but I have like this little wand that looks like this that I will use afterwards, but of course I didn't bring it. So the most important part is actually finding the color that is like kind of close to, okay, can you see the difference? Like like I don't have eyebrows. And what I recommend is, you have to just, it's trial and error to find which one fits your best color, and then just put it on very, very lightly, like very lightly at first. But it surely makes a huge, huge difference. So can you see that? Eyebrows and eyelashes are just like game changer, total game changer. I don't have the blush that I usually use, but I've been using, it's from e.l.f. It's on my PDF and it will have the link, but it's awesome. It's like a cream blush, and I learned a trick, but I'm just going to use, you can always just use lipstick for blush. So this is what I've learned, and I'm like, dude, game changer. With blush, a lot of people will put it like, I don't know did your mom ever do this, where she would put it like at the apple, like I don't know why they call this the apple part of your face, but they would put it here, which kind of makes you look like a clown, right? What you want to do is you want to go way higher up. All right. So up on this level where it's kind of like near your eye. So I put like a couple of dots here, couple of dots here. Okay. And then what you're going to do, see if it will do it with a brush, kind of blend it. Because what you want to do is lift it up. Do you see that? Do you see the difference? It's lifting, okay? Because it's up higher. And I don't even have contour on, guys. So contour, damn it. Should I go up and get my contour? So contour is going to go here, right? Right where like your cheekbones are here, and you bring it down this way, and you don't need a lot. You can just go here and then you blend it down. So that's the contour for your face. If you want more shape, if you like want like a skinnier nose, you'd put one like a line here and a line here of contour and blend. And then if you want more dimension, you're going to put it down here in your jawline and up on the top here. So that's like the contour part, but it's upstairs. So, and it wasn't part of my PDF. I was trying to make the PDF like, cause it's already 1, 2, 3, it's already 4 pages long. So I was like, oh, I'll cut out contour, even though contour is like huge, but as you can tell, like, it's still like, this wouldn't be an everyday look for me. All right. So now let's move on to like the super fun part, which is lips, right? So with your lips, this is where it can just get super fun. So I already did the lip scrub and I have the lip primer on, but the lip primer, I can already tell it's too much on my lips right now, but I really wanted it to like moisturize my lips. So I know there's some already on there, right? But I am going to like take off the excess. Now, if I was going to a party or something like that, I'm not going anywhere. It's a Friday at 9:30. I probably would have put the primer on a long time ago, because it really does help keep your lipstick on for longer. At least this is what I have found for sure. But if you're going to go to a holiday party, you might want to do like a lip that's like a little bit more bold. So what you want to do first is start off with a lip liner. This one right here is called Sassy. I love this one to like use like a bolder lip. So to make a bolder lip, I've learned a couple of different ways to put lip liner on. So it's pretty kind of cool. I'm going to show you guys a different way from what I probably have showed you in the past. There's no wrong way. It's whatever you feel works for you and what you love, right? Someone told me to go to, so this is your Cupid's bow right here. They told me to make an X. So you see it, right? Okay. And then the bottom. Looks pretty good, right? Okay, now you're just going to fill in whatever you do. Don't go with the straight line because your lips really aren't straight. Feather it. Okay, so when you put in your lip liner, feather it down. Okay, some people even say you could do this part, like the corner of your lips next, but totally up to you. Now, here's the other thing about lip liner. You can fill in right at the top of your lip, or some people are going above the lip because they want to have fuller lips if your lips are really tiny. Depends, right? Depends on what your lips look like. Everybody's lips are different, so you just don't know. I'll do a little bit above. So see how I'm making like little strokes? And don't worry if you screw up. You can either take it off, or you can use foundation or a concealer to kind of mask it or get rid of it. Okay. Bottom. All right. It almost looks like my lips are like filled, but they're not. So now what you can do is you can either feather it down on kind of like this. Fill it in. Pucker it. I find that if I use a lip pencil first, use my lipstick, blot it a couple of times, it stays on longer. And I wasn't always a lip liner person. All right, so let's move on to our lipstick. I can't even, guys, I'm blind, super blind. Okay, which one is this one? This one is called Dramalicious. All right, now look at this. See how bold it is? But if you're going to an office party, you might want to go bold. So let's see what it's going to look like. All right. Right? Bold. Okay, so how are you going to keep this on? You're going to put it on, you're going to blot. Okay, look at all that came off, right? And this is also a good technique, is if you're like, too bold, don't want to do it, right? You can blot like this. You'll get like, it's almost like as if like, I don't know, like you're putting down some paint and it hasn't dried yet, right? So it hasn't dried to your lips yet. And then if you try to like take it off, like, or if you know what I mean? Like if it's not dry yet, it's not going to stay on there, right? You have to almost like wait for it to kind of settle in. Kind of like our nail strips, right? Like they are 95% dry, but if you wait like a half an hour or so, they're like almost completely cured to your nails. Same kind of like with your lips. So like you don't want to put your lipstick on and then, you know, be chugging the water, right? Kind of want to just like leave them alone for a little bit. I actually love this look, or I could add more, right? I could even wait a little bit and then blot, or I could blot again. Okay. Then if you feel like it, you can line again. Like, so like there's little pieces, like if I look really close, I'm kind of like, all right, let me fix this over here. Because with a bold lip, you almost want to make sure that the lines are like super concise. Like you don't want it jagged, right? Now say to yourself, okay, so now I need a nice dress. Okay. I'm ready to go to a party. Yeah. Right? Like this wouldn't be like my everyday look. That's for sure. This is like, I'm going out. I might need to find a friend. Is anybody available? Because I like this look. Like this would be a party look for me. What some people have done is put like glitter. You could add like glitter to your eyes, glitter to like your lips. We actually have a diamond dusted glitter lipstick that just launched today. You could use that. If you put a bold lip on and you're like, whoa, okay, that didn't work, you can A, either take it off, or B, you could take a lighter lip color. This one is called Flawless. Okay, now look at the difference between the two, right? It's like a nudish color. Okay, right? See, this would kind of be like my everyday. This would be like, hey, I'm going to a party. But sometimes, right, the biggest thing that you want and have your makeup do is give you like a little bit more confidence, right? That's what it does for me. Like I love when I have my nails done, which I actually just have the nail strengthener on right now. When I have my nails done and my makeup done, I just feel so complete. Like, and when I'm out of sweats and I'm in like a nice outfit, I'm like, I just feel so good. I feel just put together. I'm ready to conquer the world, right? But if you're like, I'm not used to wearing this bold ass lipstick, like what you can do is you can take another lipstick and calm it down, right? So here is Flawless. Watch what will happen. Not as bright. I don't know if it like did it for you guys, but it definitely brought it down a notch for me. You could blot it, right? Get rid of more of that stain. Do it again. Right? It's already kind of like calming down. So what I would do is like during the night, I would bring Flawless with me with probably my Sassy liner. And as the night would go on, it might calm down like a little bit more. But I would use the Sassy to kind of keep it up there. But like, look at that, like a totally different look, right? Just by using two different lipsticks. See, now I don't feel like I can maybe do this like as an everyday look. The brighter lipstick is definitely more like, I look at that as more of like, hey, like a party scene. So I hope that helped. It was kind of fun. Thanks for coming on and doing my makeup with me. I should do this every day. All right, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I am going to put the PDF in here so that you have the links to everything. So it's just super, super easy for you. All the stuff that is in the links is everything that I used. That's why I kind of brought it down here. I wanted to share it with you guys. Let me know if you're going to be heading out to any holiday parties. Holiday parties are so fun. And I want to see a picture. I want to see a picture of you and your makeup for the holiday season. Like, I think that would be really, really fun. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your Friday.